How We See It podcast has returned.
Where's my snare? I'm gonna snare in my headphones. Alright, Motive, there you go. Yo. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the How We See It podcast, a podcast where we talk about everyday life, current events, and some hip hop. As always, I'm your host, Alegre, chilling here with my boy Motive. What's going on, bro?
Yo, what up, dude? Just here chilling on a Wednesday night. It's Wednesday, right?
It's Wednesday, hump day. We're halfway there. Nah, we're there, bro. We're there. Fuck it. It's a weekend already.
There, especially because it's Wednesday night.
We're 48 hours away from Friday. So if you don't consider this a weekend, I don't know, man. You're just... The glass is half full the way I see it.
Hell yeah.
The glass half full. And, fuck, what was I going to say? No, we're chilling here on a Wednesday. We're having a good time. And episode 30, bro. We finally made it to 30.
Episode 30, nice.
Damn, who would've
It's
thought?
always cool having another 10 episodes, like achieving that.
Yeah.
It's always cool.
It's a nice little milestone. You know what I want to talk about real quick? Well, you know what? First of all, shout out to everyone who's viewing this on YouTube. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
Everyone on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, Podbean. Thank you guys so much for the support. If you don't already
Google Podcasts.
Yeah, Google Podcasts. Everyone.
I don't know if you said Spotify.
All the communities. Yeah,
everyone.
I said that one, but so
before we move forward though, I did want to mention that we have a goal to hit 100 YouTube subscribers
and we're not gonna stop saying that until we reach it. So don't worry.
Yeah, 100 YouTube subscribers by the end of the year. If you do listen on all the other platforms that aren't YouTube, please do us a favor and go to YouTube and just hit subscribe. It'll take you like 1 minute and we'll really appreciate it. And we did mention before, we're going to do like a $50 random gift card giveaway to one of our subscribers when we hit 100. So
yeah, if we hit 100 by the end of the year.
Yeah.
If not, then we probably won't do it.
And thanks for all the support. We have gained a lot. Like in the past 2 episodes, I think we've gained 20 subscribers.
Yeah, damn, that's big, man. That's big. And if you already don't do it, please go follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Yeah,
on Instagram, on
like
all
always,
three of those social media.
Always, our social media is in the description wherever you're watching. There's descriptions in Spotify, YouTube, anywhere, and there's our social media is right there.
Hey, but overall, thank you guys so much for the support because the last episode 29, we're like, I'm gonna say less than 15 views away from reaching 300.
Yeah,
the most viewed episode since episode 2. We had not received that many views since episode 2.
It's pretty cool too because, like, before we started the video, our views were kind of declining. Honestly,
they were people
were like, we used to get like 200 like average, and we started to get like 150, and we even started to get just 100.
Yeah, just
but
barely
as soon as we started doing video, I mean,
hey, and you know what?
I think people are liking it.
I think people were punishing us because we promised video like 10 episodes ago, and then we finally came, and that's cool because that woke us up. You know, it was a slap to the face, like, hey, bro, we gotta get our shit together. So I think that was really cool, and now we're at almost 300 views. Let's talk about the phone segment real quick because I know a lot, like 2 or 3 people asked me about that, like, yo, what's up with that video? Like,
yeah, that's true.
Is that a podcast episode or not? And pretty much what it is, since Motive and I can't really see each other, like, this is rare right here. Us recording on a Wednesday night is really rare, you know, just schedules.
But it had to be done.
Yeah, it had to be done, but schedules are always like mixed up between Motive and I, and our schedules don't match up. But this time we were able to both be here on a Wednesday night, but rarely do we do this. And so that's why we started the little phone segment, because it's a segment where Motive, the segment is called Motive Calls Alegre. Pretty much Motive calls me, and then we talk about just events or, you know, topics that happened during the week or that we forgot to mention.
Super important topics. Also, some stuff we might have missed or it wasn't really clear on the previous podcast episode.
Right.
And stuff that we might discuss in future episodes.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a preview to the next one. So the one that we uploaded, it was Motive Calls Alegre, the very first one that you see with Shaq and help me out here. Who's the other?
Damian Lillard?
Yeah, Lillard. Yeah. That episode, we talk about some of the topics we're gonna touch on today. You know, and maybe not all, but some. We kind of discussed them over a phone call.
And Alegre calls me out for, you know, not doing things I mentioned on the podcast I was going to do.
Yeah.
So he calls me out and I'm like, oh, it's true, and I do it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So, yeah, that's pretty much the phone segment in a nutshell, you know. We'll get better. I mean, I'm going to be honest, the first one could have been a little better. You know, it was...
Definitely.
But, you know, we learn from our mistakes, and hopefully you guys enjoy them, and you guys look forward to them. And they are not considered podcast episodes, just to make that clear.
Yeah,
they're a segment of its own, and we're just adding content to the YouTube channel because it is a YouTube exclusive. So yeah, there you have it. Phone segment.
Yeah, for
in a
those that are
nutshell.
wondering what we're talking about, if you're listening on like Spotify or iTunes, any of those platforms,
Head on over to YouTube.
this is only for YouTube that we
Yeah, head
upload
on
it
over to YouTube for sure. Hey, real quick, we did do a poll, and we said we are gonna do it a long time ago, but we just recently did it on Twitter. Do you believe in aliens? Most people said yes. So thank you to everyone on Twitter for participating. And I still say that there has
That's
to
crazy.
be aliens. There has to be. Come on, bro. There's no way. There's no aliens.
But yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that's what it was for the poll results. It was like 70% yes, 30% no. And I
Damn,
think you
what?
were one of the ones that said no.
What the?
Nah, it's
Come on, bro.
I think it was Debo.
I was
over
about
there.
to tell you, go study our previous podcast because I said that I do believe.
Yeah, I know. I think everyone in this room does, but I don't know. To whoever says no, that's cool. I mean, we love to hear your theories about why you think there's no aliens out there. I think it's all interesting. I love it. I love outer space talks and all that. So yeah, anyway, let's move on to some topics here.
All right, anyway, moving on. The first topic, I brought it to Alegre's attention, and I think it's a pretty big topic, in my opinion. It's kind of, it's involving China, you know. Some people might be like, what are you talking about, China? I'm talking about the country. There's no, like, show called China on Netflix or anything. No, the country, China. Basically, some of you might have heard or some of you have not, maybe didn't hear, but Houston's Rockets, which is a team in the NBA, Houston Rockets general manager said, like, he was like,
He tweeted, I think,
yeah,
right?
he tweeted something like in support of like democracy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what he tweeted. He said
support of
he
the
was like,
Hong Kong protesters.
yeah, he's tweeted something and like he's pro democracy in China, and basically what China did was he said that they will no longer air their NBA games in China, and that's a huge deal because there's a lot of NBA fans in China, and
A lot.
that's a lot of money that they're losing on, and it's just crazy to me how China's so powerful. They're just like, oh, and also kind of like, do they really not like? They're straight up. I don't know how to say it, but they're like so in control that they're just like, we're not gonna air this at all anymore in the whole country. It's kind of crazy to me.
I think what it was, the guy, you know, he was supporting Hong Kong, and China didn't like that. And China does kind of have a huge audience for the NBA. You know, it's a huge market for the NBA. I was just thinking about this on the way over here. If you would have said something about, shit, I don't know, like Colombia or something, you know, I'm not picking on Colombia. I'm just saying, like, if you would have said that about Colombia, it probably wouldn't have been that big of a deal because there's not a huge audience over there, but there's a huge audience in China watching the NBA, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why. And we were discussing this the other
And
day.
not only that, I mean, it has to do with politics, and China's like not fucking around with politics.
Yeah, they're not fucking around. And he shouldn't, like I said this before, you shouldn't probably mix sports and, you know, politics and religion. And I know, like, for example, in Mexican soccer, there's a code, you know, code of ethics, and that they say that don't tweet about religion or sorry, what was the other one? Or politics, you know, don't tweet about those things. It's against the code. If you do, you will get fined. And like not even like I want to say 3 years ago, there was an investigation about some soccer players and an actual coach that tweeted about a political party in Mexico. And they were under investigation because they broke the code. You know, I don't know if that's what happened in the NBA, but it's like a touchy subject in a way.
I also heard like a few days ago that a soccer player in Mexico was laughing at the fact of, and we're gonna talk about this later.
Yeah.
Some soccer player was laughing at the fact of like the Sinaloa cartel and how they beat the military in Sinaloa, and I heard he got fired too.
Yeah, he did. So I'm telling you, there's a strong code of ethics over there.
Before we move on, like to that topic, not only did China like it had to do with the NBA and like oh wow I can't believe it, dude. Not only does China have power over like the NBA and like I'm pretty sure they might have like I don't know too much, but they probably like fired the Houston Rockets general manager or something. But not only that, there was a gaming situation also with this company called Blizzard. Mm-hmm. Basically, Blizzard provides games. Like you can buy games or like play games to their.
Yeah, if you're a gamer, you know what it is, right? I'm not really sure what it is.
I think it might be exclusive to PC gamers though.
Oh, Master Race. Okay, if you're a Master Race, if you're part of the Master Race, you know what Blizzard.
But anyway, there's this game called Hearthstone, and there was a competition. So basically, the guy that got first place, they interviewed him because obviously everyone always interviews the first place guy, right?
Right.
But the thing is, I think this guy was from Hong Kong himself. And when they were interviewing him, he said that he supports the protesters in Hong Kong. So what happened to him right away is the gaming company Blizzard, they banned him, which means like he can no longer play. They banned him for a whole year, so he can't play for a whole year. And not only did they ban him, they didn't give him the prize money for winning first place.
Oh, well, that's
and
fucked up.
basically they did that because they don't want problems with China, because they have a large, also like a base in China where a lot of people play their games, and if China were to ban it, they would lose out on tons of money.
That's a lot of money, bro.
So I just think it's crazy how like people are scared to say anything against China, because it's like, oh, well, if I say anything against China, my business is probably gonna like crash, honestly.
Yeah, all these businesses, or like the NBA, all these industries, they don't want to like really go against China right now, and China's really political about it, like about the whole Hong Kong thing. You know, they're kind of sensitive about that. So both of these guys, in a way, I mean, freedom of speech, right? But in a way, they did fucked up, or they should have thought about that a little more. But fuck it, you know, going back to the Sinaloa cartel, in Culiacan, Sinaloa, the Mexican government captured El Chapo's son. And not even, what was like 6 hours later, they released him because all the cartel was pretty pissed at the Mexican government, and they just started a fucking war right there, you know, in Culiacan, Sinaloa, in the city.
If you guys, real quick, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, basically, El Chapo, which is like one of the most wanted, and he is already in jail.
Yeah.
But he's probably still like the most dangerous and most wanted. I don't know about dangerous, but that's what they claim. His son is still out.
He has a
few sons.
Yeah, a few sons.
But we don't know if he's tied to like drug deals or anything. But obviously they think he is. Yeah. So the Mexican military captured him, and basically as soon as they captured him, the Sinaloa cartel
started fighting back. Yeah,
started fighting back, and the military was so outnumbered that they just gave up, and they gave the guy back because they didn't want.
They released him. Yeah,
there was casualties around the city or state.
A lot of innocent lives were in danger. You know, they put the whole city in danger, and they decided to just give the guy back. You know, and release him.
There was videos all over Twitter. You can see like how things were happening over there. Like,
it was like a war zone. It was pretty bad.
There was people in trucks with like huge ass machine guns. I don't know what those guns are called, but like those big old machine guns that are like Terminator style. You're like,
dude, it honestly looked. Sorry, what was it? Yeah, I think that's the correct term. Yeah, but it was crazy. It looked like a scene out of a movie. You know, it was unreal. You just see a bunch of guys, like Motive said, in trucks with big old guns in the back, going around the city, fires everywhere, people dying, and it was a sad day, honestly. And fuck, I don't know, man. The Mexican government could have played that out way better. You know, they could have had a way better strategy instead of going to Culiacan and just like, come on, dude. That's like the heart of that's like going to headquarters, you know, for Sinaloa cartel. You don't go there without a plan. And I feel like they just kind of got a tip or something, and they headed down there without much of a plan. And
there was no strategy whatsoever behind that.
Yeah, and this is what happens, bro. This is what happens when you go in there without a plan and you kind of don't think.
But it's kind of messed up.
The consequences.
Because it's kind of feels bad, like, because they made the Mexican government look like total shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, the government ain't shit. Like, and a lot of people, especially people that hate Mexico, are probably laughing at that. Like, a cartel is stronger than your military.
Yeah. And even people in Mexico are like, damn, well, now you just let everyone know. Like, it was evident already, but now it's like confirmed that Mexico is controlled by the narco.
No questions asked.
Yeah, no questions asked. Mexico is controlled by the drug cartels. And
like back in the day, you're like, yeah, cartels are strong, but maybe if Mexico sent their military and like actually did something, but now it's just like
like these guys are strong. Like, yeah, it's sad to see that. And just to touch on what you said, there was a guy who plays for a team in Sinaloa. They're a second division team for the Mexican league, the Mexican soccer league, and he fucked up because he put an Instagram story or something with like little war music in the back, and he was like, oh, this looks like a scene out of I don't know what. And he pretty much made fun of the situation, and I don't think he's even Mexican. And they fucking, I don't know what it's called, but pretty much ended his contract. You know, they ended his contract. He's no longer part of the team, and I think that was a good move by the Mexican Soccer League, because you shouldn't be making fun of a situation that's sensitive. You know, especially like this guy is not Mexican, so it even adds like insult to injury. You know?
True.
So I think that was a good move by them. They finally do something right, because the Mexican League also is kind of a little a little corrupt and a little stupid, if we're being honest. Okay, well, what were you doing this weekend, bro? Let's get into like a lighter subject real quick.
True. Yeah, these are pretty heavy, like
no lie.
kind of political topics, but damn, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, this weekend I did a lot of things. First of all, it was my grandma's birthday last Wednesday. So
Damn, you had like two parties back to back, like with family.
Basically, yeah.
Back to back.
So this weekend we partied. You know, we bought a mariachi, which
Nice.
it's worth it, but damn, it's expensive, dude. It
Yeah,
was
they're
like
always expensive.
300 and something an hour, bro.
An hour, yeah, brother. Those guys are expensive. But maybe I should join expensive. A mariachi band.
True,
fuck, bro. They're always. I never heard of a mariachi being like not expensive.
Yeah, but you have to be talented though, so I don't know if you could.
I could do it. I'll go back to playing violin.
Yeah, you have to be talented though.
Yeah, I was good at playing violin, bro. Trust me.
Wait, how do you know you were good at violin in 3rd grade, bro? Come on.
Because I was like second chair or whatever it's called. I wasn't the lead, but I was like the second in command. Yeah.
Right.
Right?
How big was your class size? Like 5?
Nah, 30. This guy.
My class now there's first violin and second violin. Then there's viola, then there's cello, then there's bass.
All right, and I was second violin, bro. Come on, I was one away from the top.
All right.
Well, there's a million, or there's a bunch of first violins and there's like.
Oh. Maybe I wasn't so good. Hey, but practice makes perfect, so I'm gonna start practicing my violin. Let me borrow yours real quick, bro. D-Boy's in the background, by the way. We didn't shout him out. My bad. He's part of the background. You guys know he's always here. So yeah, shout out to D-Boy, one of the biggest supporters I know for the How We See It podcast.
Back to my story. So we were celebrating my grandma's birthday, and you know, obviously there's drinking going on. You know, some beer, some tequila.
Right.
And basically, there's we had an uncle that came through. We hadn't seen him for a while, and they offered him a shot of tequila.
Ooh.
And you know, for the Mexicans, you really can't turn it down. They keep pressuring you.
Yeah.
For
you have to at least take like 3. At least.
unless you have like a medical condition, or you're like, oh, my wife's drinking and I have to drive the kids.
That's true.
That's the only way you're getting out of drinking alcohol in general.
Yeah, because you can't put kids in danger. But even with the medical condition, it's pretty much like going to work or back from being 3 days sick. You got to bring a note, bro. Or you got to bring the pills or something. You know, you got to have proof. You can't just be like, I have a medical condition.
Or it has to be known. Like, you can't just randomly come through. You can't just randomly come through and like, oh, yeah, I'm have this medical condition. If they don't know about it, I probably won't believe you and they keep pressuring you.
Yeah.
So it has to either be known or like, you had to like really start talking to them about it, like, oh yeah, my condition is serious.
Yeah.
And shit.
No, like honestly, it's sad, but you know, some uncles that are older, you're like, oh, okay, yeah.
But anyway, I'm getting too out topic, like in side conversations. Basically, what happened is they offered my uncle a shot of tequila, and he was saying no. Right? He said no at least 5 times. I say, until he finally gave. He's like, all right, I'll do half a shot. So they gave him half a shot, and then after I just heard him talking to his wife, and he was like, I said no, but they made me do it.
Yeah. Look at damn. So his wife was getting mad at him.
I don't know if she was mad at him. She was just like, oh, like you're driving or something.
Oh yeah. Hey, but honestly, man, when Mexicans tell you take a shot, especially if they haven't seen you in a while, and that's me every time I go up north with my family in Santa Maria. Every time, bro, it's like, oh, we haven't seen each other in like a year or two. Like, let's fucking do some shots. And you're 5 shots in, you're like, fuck, I fucked up, bro. I really fucked up.
What's up with that though? Like, let us know if you're not Mexican or like Hispanic or something. Let us know if that also happens in your culture. Like, do people pressure you that hard to drink? Because I know, and for us, even in both of my families, they pressure me hard to like.
Well, 2 weeks ago at the quinceañera for a cousin, I wasn't trying to drink, and people were going up to the table like, "Hey, why aren't you drinking? You want a shot? Hey, what's wrong with you? How come you're not drinking?" I was like, "Fuck." After a while, I was like, "You know what? Fuck it." I mean, I wanted to drink too, but it was kind of a little bit of the peer pressure. But yeah, that's just how it is in the Mexican culture.
And it was in a church.
That's nothing wrong. No, it was on the side. Come on.
Yeah, there was a church like
within the
like 100 feet away, but like it wasn't at the church, the party.
But I think what he's trying to say is the auditorium or whatever belongs to the church.
Yeah.
So. All right, I'll go confess or something. All right. Another topic down. Back to I don't think this one is as heavy. I mean, it's a serious topic, but it's not heavy like the first ones. Yeah. Gina Rodriguez. She's with who's she with? I know she has a show on Netflix. Oh, it's called like Jane the Virgin, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Gina Rodriguez.
Basically, Gina Rodriguez is an American actress. And
Yeah, but I
guess
think
she also directs a little bit.
But she's of Puerto Rican and Mexican descent, right?
Yeah, but she is from Jane the Virgin.
Yeah, so
I've seen that show a few times.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I know that's how she got popular. But anyway, she had an Instagram story where she was listening to a song by Lauryn Hill, I think, and she just was rapping along or singing along, and one of the lyrics had the N word in it, you know. And she didn't stop. She just like kept going. She was rapping along. That word came along, and she just rapped it too. You know, said the N word, and people just went up in flames. Like people were pissed at her. People were talking about her. Like, hey, what the fuck's wrong with you? You're not black. Why are you using that word? And you know, like you have every right to be mad about that. But you know what I noticed? How come no one was mad at 6ix9ine for using the N word? Like that motherfucker used the N word so much in all of his songs, like all of them, and no one ever said anything to him. So. I don't know, bro. It's weird.
And
like
Fat Joe too. Fat Joe is he's
Joe
not
too.
black, and he was use the N word a lot.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it's kind of fucked up, but they honestly did pick on her. I mean, she shouldn't use the word.
Yeah,
but come on, there's other people that use the word that aren't black, and you guys never pick on them, you know. So that was kind of fucked up. But overall, I think she kind of made a mistake right there. She shouldn't be posting that, especially since she's a public figure, you know, celebrity. Shouldn't be using that word if you're not black. And I know there's a lot of people, and it's kind of cringy, you know. I have friends that are Mexicans and use that word, and I don't know, it's kind of cringy to me because I don't use it in my vocabulary. But I will say this, like, if I'm at a concert or listening to some music in my car, and that word comes up, if it's part of the song and I'm just going, it's gonna probably, you know,
slip out.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. It's gonna slip out. And even, Schoolboy Q, remember he said something about
first of all, that's also the problem for me, like about the N word. Like, I'm never gonna use it like in my vocabulary, like when it comes to like just talking to people, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm never gonna say it in front of black people
or any,
because I know that is disrespectful. Cause,
for sure.
They've gone through stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But like you said, if it's in a song, like if I'm jamming out to a song, especially if I'm emotionally connected to the song, like Kendrick Lamar, I love all of Kendrick Lamar's stuff, and he uses the N word a lot.
Yeah, and we're not robots to like be like trying to edit.
So I'm not like when I'm listening to like Kendrick Lamar's music, I'm memorizing the lyrics. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna memorize everything except the N word.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, I think it's just like quoting lyrics. But like you said, in my everyday conversation, there's other words I use like dude, way, fool.
Or fool, like especially with us Mexicans, like we use the word fool a lot.
Yeah, so honestly, I'm just being honest right now. Like, I don't use that word as part of my vocabulary. It's not part of my vocabulary, you know?
Yeah, but she was just singing a song. Like we said, I don't find any, like, it is like, okay, maybe don't post a video or anything. Right. Like, just sing along to that song and use the N-word, like, in your private, like in privacy.
Yeah.
But, like, in public, like, with a large following like that, don't use it because there is going to be a lot of sensitive people that... Like, some people don't care. Some black people don't care about, like, if you do use the N-word while singing the song. But there's a lot that do care about that kind of stuff. And like you were going to mention, Schoolboy Q.
Go ahead. Oh, well, Schoolboy Q, he said that in an interview. They asked him about that because Kendrick kicked the girl out. Or, like, he called a white girl out in his concert because she was, like, up on stage singing along to his lyrics. And she said that this N-word slipped out or whatever. It was part of the song, and he called her out. They asked Schoolboy Q about it, and he's all like, you know what? If you're at my concert, you're paying my bills, you know? You're paying my rent. So do whatever you want, man. Like, I made this music for you. If you want to say it, if it slips out, it's cool, man. I'm not going to trip.
Yeah, I don't care because I'm making money. Like, I made money off of this music.
And you're having a good time. I'm having a good time. Yeah, this is hip-hop. Like, this is the music we all love. And then another example I could think about is 50 Cent. They asked him if Eminem uses that like in private, and he said honestly he hasn't used it around me, but around me he can say whatever the fuck he wants, you know. Like you said, it's kind of just depends who you're around, but for me, it's just not part of my vocabulary. But like I said, if I'm at a concert or in the car and it slips out, then I'm like, oh well, fuck, it's part of the song. I'm just quoting the song.
Like I also said, if you're emotionally invested into a song and you memorize every single lyric. Yeah. Sorry, but I mean, I memorize every single lyric, and it's sometimes kind of hard to blur it out. Especially sometimes because they use the N-word and like make it like nice and melodic with like the B and like how the song sounds.
Yeah, like when I was just listening to Clean Out My Closet on the way here, And like Eminem said some like pretty fucked up shit about his mom. I don't feel that way about my mom, but it's part of the song, you know.
Yeah.
Like, and then he said some fucked up shit about his dad. I don't feel that way about my dad, but it's part of the song, so I just rap along to it, you know. Like when he said my faggot father must have had his pennies up in a bunch. Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel that way about my dad, but it's part of the song. I'm already rapping along to everything else. I'm not gonna stop for like 10 seconds while he says all that, you know.
Yeah,
It is what it
exactly.
is. But anyway, I
True.
mean, you shouldn't be saying that on an Instagram story, especially if you're a public figure, you know. Should maybe stay away from that.
Exactly.
Say it, like you said, say it in privacy. It's cool if you want to quote lyrics in privacy, but whatever. All right, one more poll that we did on Twitter. Candy corn. Do you like it? Who the fuck likes candy corn? Do you like it, D-Boy?
No, I don't.
At all?
I do not. No.
You?
I do not like candy corn, no.
I like candy corn. Candy corn's pretty good. No lie. Like, you guys are looking at me weird. No lie, I like candy corn. I think it's...
Wait, I wasn't even looking at you at all.
Well, he was looking at me
All
weird,
right,
and I saw you like from the side of my
I did
eye.
kind of sigh. I was like, come
Yeah.
on, this guy really? He's
No.
gonna start with his bullshit. Like,
No, bullshit aside, I do like candy corn. I do like. I don't.
Really?
I don't like too much of it, but because it's pretty sweet. But I do like it. And
Wait.
the reason I
Wait. You just said I like candy corn, but I don't like it because it's kind of sweet.
No, I don't like too much of it. Is what I said.
The thing is, though, you just said I don't like. I don't care if you said I don't like too much of it. The words I don't like is in there.
No, I like candy corn, but I don't like too
that
much
doesn't
of
count.
it.
I don't like is when I say like, okay, I like Snickers, and that's it. I'm not gonna say I like Snickers, but I don't like it because
Okay,
it has too much caramel. Nope. If I like something, I like something. There's
Okay.
nothing about it that I dislike.
Okay, what about Kit Kat? I like Kit Kat, but I can only eat one little. Cause then,
That's
for
different.
Me, no, it's cause for me, I break out with like candy and chocolate, especially chocolate, bro. I start having a bunch of pimples, more than I already do, you know. And I said like, fuck, I don't want to look all like full of pimples like if I was in high school.
Okay,
and
but
shit.
the thing is, you would say like I don't like candy corn, but I don't eat too much of it because you know.
It's too sweet. Like after a while,
I don't think that's a valid excuse. Obviously, everyone could say that. I'm gonna say that too. I like Snickers, but I only eat one Snickers because it's too sweet. Of course, anybody say that. Anyone will say that, bro. That doesn't mean. Come on.
No,
bro.
that's why I like candy corn, but not too much of it.
Anyone can say that. Just say
Oh,
I
yeah?
like candy corn. Then don't say
Alright,
like
then.
but because of this.
Well, yeah.
No.
So at the end of the day, I do like candy corn. Like I actually like it. Like when I see, I'm like, all right, let me get some of that. Like I know it's unpopular.
It has a different sweetness and like sugariness.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty sweet, but I still like it. I like if I see it, I'm gonna get some. Like you guys won't, right? Like if you guys see candy corn,
I'm not
if we
gonna
put
get
a,
candy corn. No.
no, you're never even gonna try one.
No, I've
See,
tried it before, but I'm not. If I see it, I'm not gonna grab one.
Oh yeah, it's like black licorice. I don't like black licorice at all. Like at all.
I don't like.
Like
Yeah,
some
I
people
don't-
get excited about like hell yeah black licorice. I'm like fuck that. That's just nasty as fuck. But
Wait, but here's another thing. Never in my and I've honestly like me and you have been super close since like the good old days. I posted a picture on Facebook. We've been together since like I was born, like chilling, bro, and since my whole life. And we would spend like every weekend together. But all that time, 25 years spending every weekend with you, almost every weekend with you, I've never seen you eat candy corn, bro. We've even
What?
spent Halloweens together.
all right, I'm eating candy corn. The next episode we'll have a bowl right here, and I'll be eating it all episode long.
That doesn't prove anything. You could just be doing that like to prove people wrong, but you
Well,
don't.
if you put a bowl of licorice, I will not eat it, bro. I won't even touch it. That's how nasty it is to me.
I won't look at it.
Yeah, I won't even look at it. But anyway, that's my unpopular opinion because, like, we did a
Yo,
couple.
Halloween is on Monday,
Oh shit!
right?
No, not Monday.
No, when
No,
is it?
no. It's in a week.
Next
a week.
Monday. Next Monday, right?
No, it's like Thursday. It's a week from today.
Oh,
A week and a day from
My
today.
bad, my bad. I'm
Yeah.
trying to check the calendar right now, but
Yeah, no,
it shit
and
won't pop up.
so I think that's my unpopular opinion. Another unpopular opinion I
31st
have.
next Thursday.
Now that we're talking about Halloween, another unpopular opinion I have is I think pumpkin patches, they're cool to take your little kids, and it's cool. Like, I don't really go to them, but if you go, it's all good. But they're a little overrated, if we're being honest. But we'll get back to that after the.
Yeah, pumpkin
segment.
patches are overrated, but let's take a real quick break.
Hey, what's up, guys? So we're back from the break. This guy took a little longer. I think he did more than take a piss, but it's all
Come
good.
on, bro.
Hey, that's your time, bro.
Wait, why you gotta put me on blast like that?
I'm just
though?
messing around. Hey, but no. Anyway, like I was saying, pumpkin patches are cool. I think they're really cool. You know, they're very, very popular nowadays. But in my opinion, they're overrated. You know.
Wait, have you ever been to one though? That's my
haven't
first.
been
That's
in a
my
while.
first question.
No, I haven't, but I know a lot of people that have, and they tell me what it's like.
Wait, how is this guy calling pumpkin patches overrated? If he hasn't been to one, that's his
Because
problem.
they've told me. They've told me about him.
That's the same thing I like meant with like the candy corn. Like I like them, but I don't like them because they're too sweet. Like what? And-
Sorry, what I meant was I don't need too much of them. I don't
okay,
need
yo,
too many.
there we go. There we go.
Yeah.
It's like Manny. He said he doesn't like beans, but he never tried them before.
What? Yeah, this guy's calling pumpkin patches overrated, but he's never been there. And I just said that to call him out because I agree, pumpkin patches are overrated. And yes, I have been to pumpkin patches. I've been going to pumpkin patches for at least like 5 years now because I have a 6-year-old daughter. Yeah, pumpkin patches are overrated, dude.
They are, right? Like I feel like there's other places to take your kid, like SeaWorld or or like to be more excited
to
about.
like a cute, like a cool amusement park that does like Halloween themes. That would
There
be
we go.
sick.
Exactly.
That's not overrated, but pumpkin patches are overrated.
Like okay, how about this? I feel like pumpkin patches should be a part of theme parks, like.
Oh, that'd be
like
sick.
Part of San Diego Zoo or part of SeaWorld,
exactly.
part of like Knott's Berry, whatever.
Yeah, not scary.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But on their own, they're kind of like I don't know. They
It's
look a
here.
little-
Like walk by them. Like,
yeah, like what's going on over there? Like they look cool. But
Let me explain what a pumpkin patch is. A pumpkin patch is basically just like an area filled with pumpkins. And not only that, okay, if it was only just that, it would be even more overrated. But it's not just that, you know. They have like games, like some kind
yeah,
of like
they've added to them for sure.
yeah, they've added to them.
Do they still have the mazes? Like, don't they have like mazes?
There's certain that have corn mazes. Certain
Yeah, see,
ones.
I like those, but still, I think they're overrated.
But there's games like the one I went to has a pony ride, so I guess that's pretty cool for my daughter. They had like a little animal farm. It was pretty lame though. Like the animal farm was like 3 goats, a pig, and fucking a rabbit. Like, come on, bro. It's not really an animal farm. Come on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm telling you. They're a little overrated. You know, they're not like super overrated. They're cool.
Not only that, the pumpkins there are pretty expensive. Like and they're not even like that nice. You can probably go to like Walmart and get one for less, and like pretty much looks the same.
Yeah.
At Walmart, you could also stop by and get those carving tools.
Exactly.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
do
I
they sell that?
don't think they sell carving tools there.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, don't hate me, but it's just
And
it's just my unpopular opinion.
and here's the thing: why pumpkin patches are overrated. If you're taking your kids, cool, you know, build memories with your kids. They're kids; they like pumpkins, they like carving. But here's the thing: I see not only people with families there, I see teenagers, I see even grown ass people like in their 20s, like going there
I see that.
solo without kids. It's just like, wait, why are you here? You're not this excited.
Yeah.
Are you really this excited to carve a pumpkin, my dude?
You
Just
know,
go to
No, but
Walmart.
you know why they're there. You know why.
Instagram, dude.
Instagram, they're there for the picture.
Why-
That
why
picture
are people
for
like
300 like
this? Why are
clout
people like
chases.
this?
People will do anything for clout, bro. If we're being honest. Anything for
Or just
popularity.
to, like, look good, like
Yeah.
oh, let me fit in and go to the pumpkin patch. Or
Yeah,
something.
everyone's doing it. Why shouldn't
Yeah.
I do it? You know, fuck it. It is what it is.
Or like let me show
But-
that I have like Halloween spirit.
Yeah, I feel like this is a whole nother topic. I think at the end of the day, we both agree, right?
Yeah, pumpkin patches are overrated in my opinion. We'll make a poll and you guys can like tweet us, comment in our YouTube or anything, and let us know what do you guys think about pumpkin patches.
Yeah, or maybe you love them. I mean, it's okay to love them, but do you think they're overrated? You know?
Yeah.
Do you think they're overpriced? All that, you know, let us know. Oh yeah, so I just want to clarify because it's still I still have it in the front of my mind, or in the back of my mind. I like candy corn, but I don't need too many of them. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh,
I
okay.
realized now that I said
Okay.
it that wrong. Okay, I see what you guys were talking. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I like
thank you for clarifying.
Yeah,
that makes
sorry.
me feel better.
Yeah, no, that makes me feel better because I'm like, what the fuck though? Are they not understanding? But I see now. I remember.
You're like, I like them, but I don't like them because of this. Like, what?
All right, well, we clarified that, so that's
All right,
good.
cool.
All right. About what, 2 episodes ago or an episode ago, I promised a story from when I went to Oaxaca. And we're gonna do this.
I'm
real
pretty
quick.
sure you've been promising a story for the past 30 episodes, honestly.
What? All right, so when I go to Oaxaca, there's this thing called La Calenda. It's pretty much like, just to summarize real quick, there's like a festival where we start at the church and we walk around the whole town. You know, we stop at different houses. They feed us. We dance. We drink. It's dope as shit, right, D-Boy? I don't know. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and anyway, it starts like at 10, ends like at 7. And this last
10
year that
p. It starts at 10 p.m.
10
and ends
p.m.
at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. There we go. Thanks for clarifying. And it was like 4:30 a.m. Usually the town where my dad's from is like all flat, you know? It's like a valley, so it's all flat. But there was this one house like on Little Hill that we went to at 5 a.m. I was like, fuck, I'm tired of shit. We went up there, we danced, we partied, we came back down, we stopped at another house. It was already like 5:30 a.m. I was like, fuck, dude, I'm fucking dying right now. I'm fucking drunk. I have jet lag. Like, I'm just fucking, I want to go home right now. And dude, I ate this bomb ass pozole. Like maybe it wasn't even that good, but just you know when you're super drunk and you're like, fuck, I'm so hungry, dude. Ask D-Boy. I went from 0 to 100 real quick, my bro. Like I was, fuck, dude. I was dying. I ate that pozole and I just woke up, bro, and I just started dancing. Like
at the beginning of the candela, you're kind
yeah, I was like my head was bobbing a little.
you're dancing, and then at the house, you're like tired.
Yeah, dude.
That warm pozole, you're like.
Yeah, and I was about to call it quits, and I ate that pozole with some good chips, and oh man, that shit kept me up till like 8:30. I didn't go to sleep till 8:30 that day. Like even after it was all said and done, we were still chilling by the church drinking and shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but have you ever had something like that where you're just like anywhere, you're super drunk and you're about to pass the fuck out, and then you just get Jack in the Box tacos or fucking menudo or something, and just that shit wakes you up, bro.
I don't think that's ever happened to me, honestly.
Dude, I've heard stories and I'm like, nah, that doesn't happen. No, that happened to me, bro. Like,
yeah, you know how a lot of people say like, oh, eat pozole or menudo and it's gonna like cure your hangover.
Yeah,
cruda. I've never really believed that, but if you're saying it's true.
No, it's true, bro. That shit wakes you up and it gives you extra energy. It was like better than a freaking Monster or a Red Bull, or both combined. Like. It saved my life, bro. It brought me back to life. Thank you so much for whoever gave me that pozole.
Especially because pozole in Oaxaca is bomb as hell.
Yeah, dude, that shit was bomb. No lie. But yeah, that was my story, guys. As you guys know, we have 3 sections here on the How We See It podcast. Whatever happened to, Clown of the Week, and sorry, help me on the last one. Oh, what I've seen. So real quick, we're gonna go with whatever happened to. This one was suggested by my boy, my primo PD. Shout out to PD, a loyal listener. Thank you for sharing this or for suggesting this. Whatever happened to one-time use cameras? I mean, we know what happened to, but I feel like they should still be around, you know? I feel like people, especially now, after it's been like 10 years since they went out.
Here's the thing with that. You say you feel like they should still be around. One-time use cameras, back in the day, were like $7 to $10. Bro, you can buy a digital camera nowadays for like $50. Yeah. So there would be no need for a one-time use camera.
People would do it like to try to bring it back. You know how things always come back and people are like, oh, like they feel nostalgic and buy it. Like, I don't know if you've seen recently, like they have the little, like the little pictures from back in the days. What's it called? Like the Polaroid pictures.
Polaroids. Yeah, whatever happened to Polaroids too?
But they came back. Like
people are using them
Yeah,
more now?
people have the little ones. What are they called?
Polaroid cameras?
Yeah, but people are using them now, right?
Yeah, they're like new and improved. Like once you take a picture, they automatically.
Well, no, that's how it was back in the day.
Yeah, that's how it always was. Those
but
are Polaroid cameras.
people are feeling nostalgic and they brought them back.
Well, not only that, I mean, honestly, Polaroid cameras are pretty cool. Like, if you can take a picture and it comes out right away, and it's like in a cool little thing, like this cool little square, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but that was cool because it was right there and there. Back in the day, that was unheard of. You know, like, oh shit, right here, right now, I get the picture. Yeah. And with one-time use, you had to wait to go develop them.
Oh, dude, the thing about also one-time use cameras is you would take pictures and you don't have no fucking clue how they came out. Like on your phone, you take millions of pictures because you check each one and like, I don't like it. One-time use cameras, you take picture. Until you don't know what the heck you took a picture of until you go to Walmart and have them process the batch.
Yeah.
And then when they give it to you, you're like, oh shit, my bad. I put up my big ass fucking finger over the.
Yeah. Hey, so the struggle with cameras was real. Bullshit aside, we went through some real struggles back in the day, and
did people even take selfies back then?
Nah. Well, maybe, but it was hard because you didn't know what you looked like. So it was like, oh, shit, I hope this one works, you know? And then, hey, but they did save your ass because when you were going to graduation, like, fuck, I don't know where I left my camera or I don't have a camera. Stop by real quick at Walmart, pick one up, let's go, you know?
A quick $7.
Yeah, they did save your ass back in the day, but, I mean, there's no need for them now, I guess. And they were more trouble than they helped at the end of the day because, like you said, you didn't know what you took a picture of until you developed them. So it was like fucking... I guess the adrenaline rush, like, oh, fuck, I hope they come out good, you know, because the whole family's depending on this one picture. But I don't know, man. Maybe that's why they haven't come back, because they're like,
I don't
They're
think
not
they'll
as
ever
good.
come back, dude.
Yeah,
Like I
mean,
said, digital cameras are like $50. Like a
I
cheap
wish I
one.
would have bought one and just kept in like 30 years from now. But like,
Who would have known? Who would have
Yeah,
known?
who would have known? But anyway, do you have a clown of the week for us or?
Yeah, so real quick, clown of the week. And sorry guys, but all my clown of the weeks come from Twitter nowadays. Twitter is popping, bro. If you guys aren't on Twitter, get on Twitter. That shit's always, the news is always first there. There's always cool, like funny shit happening.
Discussion.
There's a lot of arguing happening, but you obviously can block the people you don't like. You know what I mean? And you can
It's
tweet at us
addictive.
on there.
It's very addictive.
Yeah, but anyway, clown of the week, I got it from Twitter. I saw this article, and basically, because I follow Joe Rogan. A lot of people know who Joe Rogan is. He has a podcast, and he's a comedian. He was a host of Fear Factor, etc.
Yeah.
Anyway, he posted something, and it was an article about this guy. I don't know where he was.
Guy.
I don't know where he's from, but basically this guy pours gasoline in an anthill in his backyard. So if you don't know what an anthill is, obviously, like, you're kind of dumb. It's common sense.
This guy. All right,
It's an anthill, bro. Come on, like
a
it's
hole made by ants.
A hole made by ants, where ants basically live and like operate. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So basically,
Headquarters.
Yeah, there was an ant hole, and this guy, like, to get rid of the ants, he poured some gasoline in the hole, and he lit it on fire with like a match.
Oh.
But
fuck.
then there is a video on it, and we'll share it. Let me write that down real quick before Alegre calls me out in the next episode.
Yeah. But damn, so he poured the gasoline in the ant hole, and right then and there he just lit up the match and. Did he even like try to walk away from the hole?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, he
was...
failed a few times. Like, he lit the match, threw it in there, and like kind of like ran back. He failed like 4 matches until he finally got it. He put it in there. He walked back a little bit, and you just see. And his backyard's not too big. It's probably as big as a regular sized room, like a house room. That's how big his yard was. But as soon as he put the match in there, you see like the dirt and the grass go up, like it exploded, like. And it didn't explode like it went all over the place, but like the ground straight up exploded up like 10 feet.
Damn.
Yeah, basically like if a volcano was erupting, kind of like that.
Fuck, dude, poor guy. He was just trying to get rid of some ants.
He was trying to get rid of, and it got the job done.
Hey, I guess it did, but damn, at what cost?
Dude,
you
but
know?
I'm glad because he also had some dogs his dogs right there next, like almost close to it. But I'm glad they weren't a little closer because. They could have honestly, like, something could have happened to them.
Yeah.
But I will share that video online so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This guy's an idiot. Clown of the week.
So, yeah, that's the clown of the week. That's a funny one. I enjoyed that one, damn. And, yeah, check out the video on YouTube and we'll try... on Twitter, and we'll try to get that on Facebook, too.
Yeah.
So, what I've seen... You know what I've seen, bro? And this is going back to the Sinaloa cartel. I've seen that we're all vanity slaves. Because they caught El Chapo's son. And when they caught him, this guy had, like, no nice watch, no gold chains. His hair was a little, like, you know, bummy. You could tell he hadn't cut in, like, at least a month. And we're over here, like, making far, far less than he probably makes in a day. And, dude, like, we're out here with, you know, the latest
Rolexes.
I don't know about Rolexes, but, yeah, like, nice watches, you know. The latest iPhone, the latest Galaxy. If you're a Galaxy guy, I am. But I don't have the latest one. And getting haircuts, like every 2 to 3 weeks, you know, like nice $30, $40 haircut.
A lot of people do weekly haircuts.
Yeah.
And haircuts nowadays are like $25. Dude.
At least, at the very least. That's before tips or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even like having headphones like these, you know, like really expensive ass headphones, like $300 headphones. And I don't know, we're all vanity slaves.
Yeezys, which are like $1,000.
Sorry about that. I didn't mean to bring that. But yeah, like everything is like
us people like us that make
and
we're
not talking about other. We're talking about ourselves too. You know.
Yeah.
Like we do that too.
Like he said, I bought those $300 Beats by Dre.
And I like to buy shoes. I mean, this watch isn't expensive, but I like to buy watches.
Basically, we buy like chains and stuff like that. Like we make
sometimes with money we don't have, like on credit. You know. And this guy, he has the money to buy all that. And the day they capture him, the day they captured him. And okay, maybe they caught him off guard. Maybe he didn't have his watch, you know. Maybe they didn't have his chain. I didn't see what his phone or what, like, if he had an iPhone or not. But just from the hair, bro, you could tell. Like, you know, he hadn't got a haircut in like 2 or 3 weeks. And we're out here paying, like you said, some people pay weekly for haircuts. Like $30, $40. And
they can tell, like, we just care too much about, like,
are
material
lit.
shit.
Yeah, we're super materialistic,
vanity
and that's why I said
slaves.
vanity slave, because we get just a little bit of money, or sometimes we don't even have the money, but we gotta have that phone, you know. And this is for all of us, and that's just what I've seen, you know. Maybe we should all work. I mean, I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life, but I just noticed that for me, maybe I should work on that, you know. Maybe at the end of the day, I kind of realized like this materialistic shit is not all that. Man, if someone who has so much more money than me isn't too worried about it, why should I be?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
It is sad, but that's what it took for me to realize. Like,
But I'm
damn.
so probably gonna buy some new Beats by Dre.
Hey, did you see those new fucking Air Maxes or no? I'll show it to you later. But hey, no, so yeah, that's what I've seen. I mean, don't take it. No offense to anyone, you know. I just what I've seen is like, damn, I'm a fucking vanity slave.
Yeah.
Like I am.
And we're talking about ourselves when we say this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And if the shoe fits on you, we're not trying to like
Talk shit.
talk
We're not
shit.
like
We're
I said.
just-
I'm not.
We're
gonna
speaking
tell
on
you-
ourselves.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna tell you how to spend your money, but I'm just saying maybe think about that. You know, next time you go for that Rolex or whatever, like, damn, do I really need this? You know, or could I put this money elsewhere? But yeah, anyway, I don't know if you guys caught it, but the Eminem fans did. We paid homage to Eminem on the first one. Sorry, not on the first one, on the intro, and that's because it was Eminem's birthday about a week ago now.
Yeah, it was
probably.
last week.
It's on the
On a Tuesday or something.
Yeah, so it was exactly like
Yeah.
a week ago. And so yeah, that was the intro from Clean Out My Closet. And you know, every time it's Eminem's birthday, everyone's like, oh, what's his top album? What's his top song? What's your favorite music video? No one ever asked this though. What's his most underrated song in your opinion? Or like to name maybe like one or two of his underrated songs.
Yeah.
And underrated, like, you know, one of those songs that you don't really hear on the radio, people don't really know about. Like if you went up to someone and talked to them about that song, they were like, I don't even know what song that is. Like, which one is it for you, do you think? One of his underrated songs.
Well, to me, I don't know about underrated song, and I can't say that because I do know a lot. I'm pretty sure I know like 80% of his discography.
Right.
But I don't know every single one, so I can't really say what is underrated.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say like what is one of my favorite. Or I guess that's the thing you were saying though. Like everybody says, "What's your favorite?"
Oh yeah,
What's
well,
the
or
best?
like even what's your favorite that it wasn't a single, you know, like that people didn't really know.
Yeah,
about.
well, one of my favorite that I think isn't listened to too much, or
Excuse me.
people are like, because I feel like it's underrated because it's still relevant today, and not too many people like share the song a lot or like relate with the lyrics, and it's still relevant today. The song is called "Who Knew," which was on the Marshall Mathers LP,
Right. Yeah.
and basically he talks about a lot of shit like, don't blame me for like your
your
kid
kids
being
do.
bad. If
Yeah.
you like, you should have been watching him. Apparently, you ain't parents, or like you expect me to like do good when
The
our
president.
president is fucked up.
Yeah.
And this like it was relevant back then when he said it about Clinton. Like he said, you want me to wash my mouth like while you know Bill Clinton is getting fellatio in the White House and stuff.
Yeah. And he pretty much what he's saying is like you're trying to blame others for shit you should be like taking care of, you know? Like your kids, you should be responsible for your kids. And you're over here like trying to blame an artist. Like he shouldn't be a role model. He just does music. Like I don't know why people are trying to blame everything on him. And yeah, that song is really, really underrated. You know, it wasn't a single. There's no music video for it. A lot of people don't know about it unless you're a real Eminem fan. You know?
Yeah, if you also don't know about it, go back and listen to Eminem "Who Knew," and you'll be like, oh damn, this is a lot relevant like to today's society, and it's a nice beat. It's like pretty funny. It's a really good song, and also real quick, I know I already said my underrated one, but the underrated verse. I don't know if people will call it underrated, but like it's also not talked about too much. Is the verse where I think the song is called "Forever," where it was like Drake, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, and Eminem, and he did this song back then when he was like he wasn't on the game too much. Like he was
coming back. He was making a comeback.
Yeah, he was making a comeback, but he was like away for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And these guys were on the top of their game. Drake,
Like, he was
Lil
an
Wayne,
up-and-coming-
and Kanye were
Yeah.
they were like pretty much at the top, and he was like barely coming back.
Yeah, I saw like an article on that. It was like Drake, he still wasn't like the superstar that he is today, but he was already getting a lot of recognition. He was like the up and coming rapper, you know, the most known up and coming rapper. Then Lil Wayne, he was like on top of the game.
Yeah.
And Kanye West, he was like
He was on the top of the game, but declining.
yeah, slowly declining, I guess. But they were all kind of on top of the game, and here comes Eminem, like
Old
I guess,
news.
and OG, yeah, like kind of old news. People were like, does he still have it? And he just murdered all three of them in one track with one verse, you know.
One verse.
Like I know people that are like I skip everything and I just go to Eminem's verse because it
Yeah.
was so hard.
Oh
It
yeah,
went-
that's what I do all the time. I listen to Eminem's verse and cut off the song.
yeah, dude, that motherfucker, he went hard on that verse, no lie. Till this day, I listen to it, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker really.
Yeah.
like,
So if
killed
you guys
these
don't know
guys.
what I'm talking about, like I said, it's
Drake.
called Forever. I think,
The song is by Drake featuring Eminem, Lil
Yeah.
Wayne, and Kanye. But yeah, and then for me, I guess my underrated song will always be No Apologies, and I think it's super underrated because it wasn't even like on one of his albums. It was on like a compilation album. It was one of those albums where it's a bunch of artists and he I don't know, he just killed it, dude. And it was kind of going back to what you said. It was kind of one of those times where Eminem was kind of off the radar. He wasn't really making music, but then he came with this song, and people are like, "Damn, this motherfucker still got it," And even till this day, I'll tell people about that song, and they're like, "I never heard it." And the ones that hear, they're like, "Yeah, bro, that shit." He goes hard in that song, but yeah, I just want to talk about that real quick since it's his birthday. And one more thing related to Eminem, Pitchfork made a top. What was it, 200?
top 200
Of this
songs
decade.
of 20, like the decade 2010.
Yeah, and Eminem wasn't. He did not have a single song on that list.
On Pitchfork's list.
Yeah, a single song out of 200. He did not make one. Like that's.
I
Crazy,
think that's
bro.
pretty ridiculous, honestly.
Yeah, but like you and I were talking about it, and you said, you know what? Maybe it's because like in 2010, like in this decade, he didn't have like super hits like back in the older days.
Yeah.
He had like, it's like Not Afraid and remember Berserk and Rap God.
Yeah, Rap
but they
God.
weren't like as big as they used to be.
Yeah, because if you honestly like, yeah, maybe he did. It's 200 songs, so I feel like at least there should be one like of his best songs on there. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I think about it like 2010 is when J. Cole and Drake blew up. I'm pretty sure.
And Kendrick.
And Kendrick, yeah,
And
Kendrick in a
Scoop.
way, but Kendrick
then-
mostly blew up in 2012 when
And it's
Good
like
Kid, Mad
someone
City came
said,
out.
everyone's a rapper now, so there's like so many rappers.
Yeah,
out
and
there.
not only just that, in like the past 5 years, even like the past 5 years, there's been hits.
Yeah.
The past 5 years alone, there's been hits after hits after hits with so many different artists that can probably make that list. Like the ones that I can think about recently, like that Old Town Road by Lil Nas X, Cardi. What's that one?
Cardi
So-
B.
Yeah,
Bodak
Cardi-
Yellow.
Yeah, Bodak Yellow.
Yeah.
Just those two alone, like those two artists, I'm pretty sure have had like a few on the top 200. Like honestly,
No,
and
yeah,
there's a
so-
lot of artists that could have made that list too. So I understand maybe he didn't make it, but I feel like there should have been at least one song.
At
that he
least
made it
one,
on.
right? But is there a list? It's not like the one and only list. It was just like it was news. It made headlines. At least on
Yeah.
Twitter, it was like, damn, Eminem didn't make a single top 200 song according to Pitchfork. So yeah, we just wanted to talk about that real quick. And like Motive said, I could see 200 other songs being a little better or whatever, but I think he should have made at least like one or two, in my opinion. But that's just our opinion. So
Yeah.
yeah. Another list that we wanted to talk about was T.I.'s top 50 list of all time.
Yeah, and
Of
real
all
quick,
time.
why? Basically, our next topic is Ti put a top 50 list, top 50 rappers list. First of all, why is Ti putting a top 50 list this late? Didn't we talk about that like a month or more ago? I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it's been more than a month since like it blew up that everybody was like providing.
Yeah, everyone was providing.
Everyone
lists,
was putting out their top 50 list because one person did and it blew up. So everyone started giving their top 50 list. Why is T.I. just now giving a top 50 list, dude?
He was
I don't get
probably,
it.
He was either like really busy or he had to think about it.
I don't care if he's really busy. I don't care about it no more. It's not catching attention.
Yeah,
anymore,
right.
dude.
But I don't know. Maybe he tried
And
to
it's pretty
revive
corny
the
at this point.
discussion. Yeah, and let's go into his list real quick. I think it was pretty whack. I'm not gonna lie. Like he put Nas like way down there and Eminem too, and some people were on here that I was like, what the fuck? Like, how are they even like in the top 10?
Yeah, I think he put Snoop Dogg at number 3 or something like that.
Yeah, and no disrespect to Snoop, he's a legend, but he's not better than like Nas. Come on.
Yeah, he's not number
better
3.
than Nas.
He's
And
made
then-
hits and like bops and everything, but he's not number 3. He's like top 20, yeah.
Yeah, I guess he's top 20, but yeah, he's not like in the top 5 or whatever it was. And
And like you've said before, like who said it? I think it was Schoolboy Q.
yeah, it was Schoolboy Q.
Schoolboy Q basically said like you guys are lame. Like how do you have a 48th favorite rapper? Like how is
Yeah,
that
like,
even possible?
Who really has like, dude, my 43rd favorite rapper ever is freaking, I don't know, J. Cole or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, who really?
Like,
yeah, that doesn't happen.
Don't disrespect J. Cole like that though.
I know, yeah, sorry, that's the first guy. No, he's like at least top 20, at least, at the very least, for me.
Yeah.
For me. But yeah, it's just like, come on, dude, let's get over the fucking top 50 list, you know, like, it's over, dude, it's done.
And not only that, I don't hate T.I. I was about to say I hate T.I., but I don't hate T.I. But I find his, like, I was listening to his podcast the other day, and I find his voice super annoying, dude. Like, what the hell? I like your music, but for some reason, your podcast voice is stupid, man. But whatever, you know.
Yeah, no, I think he has like a little, I don't know if I guess an accent. He has like a little accent.
Yeah, kind of like or I don't know if he has one or he just like makes it like intentionally makes an accent.
I could see why it annoys you. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but yeah, I could see why. And finally, I think our last topic for discussion, real quick, on hip hop. I saw this article where it's like, oh, Drake, you know, he's a really good guy because he co-signs a bunch of up and coming artists. He gives them, like, he puts them, you know, on that platform in a way, puts them on his albums. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's cool. I can see that. Yeah, that's true. He usually brings up new artists, invites them to his albums or whatever, have a guest verse. But then I saw one of them being Kendrick Lamar. I was like, fuck no. Like, no.
Yeah, Drake did not put Kendrick Lamar on game.
Yeah, he did. No, and
Kendrick did that himself by putting out super good records. And also, he got Dr. Dre's recognition.
Yeah, he had Dr. Dre's co-sign already.
Yeah.
And someone was saying, yeah, it's because he was like on Drake's album back in 2011 or something before he dropped Good Kid, Mad City. I was like, dude, I wasn't even listening to Drake, you know? Like, I didn't even know about that guest verse until you guys said it because I don't check out Drake albums. Like, I like some of his songs, but I don't check out whole albums, you know?
I listened to Kendrick Lamar, but I didn't, like, go like, oh, let me go see Kendrick Lamar because he was on Drake's album.
No,
Hell no.
It wasn't like that. And plus, Kendrick already had Section 80, which was like a huge hit, you know?
Oh, Overly Dedicated was also a huge hit, and that was like, and it was like, honestly,
it was, but I feel like Section 80 was even a little
Section
bigger.
80 was bigger, yeah, but Overly Dedicated alone was also big, and that was like 2009, I think.
So I don't know, it was like 2010, yeah. So I don't know why it got me mad, but it kind of did like bother me. Like, come on, dude, like, why are you gonna say that Drake co-signed?
Yeah, Drake is good, but he wasn't that big to like co-sign Kendrick when he got big.
And plus, Kendrick just is way more talented. So, like, I don't know. I thought that was kind of dumb.
It is dumb.
And I just wanted to talk about it real quick and bitch about it a little.
Real quick, you did say the last one was the last one. The last topic was the last one. But I just wanted to really quick mention albums to listen to that have came out since we last mentioned what albums were out. Wale put out a new album. I like it. It's pretty good. It's not
I saw
like,
your tweet. It was pretty good.
It's good, but it's not like one of my favorite. Like, I still listen to it every now and then, but it's not like I play it every day. So Wale put out an album. It's good. He has some good songs with Ari Lennox, she's a great singer. The Baby put out a new album. I listened to it. It's not one of my favorites either.
Yeah, I saw like
I don't listen to it anymore.
Reviews on that.
Yeah. And I don't care about Gucci Mane, but he also has a new album.
And when I saw that, I was like, "What the fuck? This motherfucker still makes music?" Like,
yeah. And also Lil Kim put out an album, dude.
Oh fuck, for real?
So that's crazy.
She's still doing it, huh?
Yeah, she's still doing it.
Fuck. Well, shout out to all of them. If you guys like any of those artists, you know, maybe check them out or check them out either way, and let us know what you think. Maybe some of these artists you never heard of, and you checked out their music, and you're like, you know what? I really like the Baby's album, you know, or whatever. So let us know. But with that, we're coming to an end here on this episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. Episode 30. You know, as always, listen to us on Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, Podbean. If you're here on YouTube, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe.
Please.
Please, pretty please. And yeah, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you guys for the support. We really appreciate it. Until next time. Peace.
Peace.